Hey everybody, it's Wilbits! We're doing Case 2, Day 2, Investigation 2. It's the Triple Deuce. What a train wreck that was. I'm glad we made it out of that trial alive.
Really? I had fun. And Wocky made it through the day too.
Thankfully, we didn't have to talk to Wocky that much. Everyone was too obsessed with panties to bother with the real case, just like we were in the last investigation, just like you are, inexplicably, every day.
But it was good publicity. Imagine the crowd at my show tonight. You should come, Polly. See a little magic?
Yeah, I guess well, keep that psychopath away from me.
The amazing Mr. Hat will be making an appearance.
Hi, folks. I'll be here all week.
That's about enough of him.
Hello? Ah, Miss Tiala. Thank you for today. The trial went well.
Oh, right. No problem.
Do you think Wocky will be okay?
Well, he's not guilty. Yet.
Please, you have to help him. We're supposed to get married next month.
Oh, congratulations. Way to put the pressure on a guy.
Please, let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Well, let's have a talk. What could you do to help? What do you know? Can you convince Wocky to not be a psychopath? A crazy person? A gangsta? Are you sure about marrying into the Kitaki family?
I'm fine with it, and I love Wocky with all my heart. Oh, that's so sweet!
So it doesn't bother you that you'll be, how to put this delicately, married to the mob?
I don't think so. My parents are against it, of course. Say, where did you and Wocky first meet, anyway?
Good question. Miss Tiala doesn't look like the type to have gangster connections.
Oh, we met at my old job, actually. Office romance.
She's not very forthcoming with information about herself, is she? The Kitakis!
Did you know that the boss is trying to get out of the business?
Really? Mr. Kitaki wants to quit being a gangster?
He's trying to transfer his assets into a normal company. He only announced it recently, out of the blue. I hear there's quite a lot of confusion in the ranks.
I wonder if this explains that apron. I can't imagine Wocky going along with that.
He's highly motivated, isn't he?
That's not the word I would have used.
He said, I'll be the next big boss and keep the family alive. I think he's at that age when boys want to make a mark on the world.
That's not the way I would have put it.
His father moves in a lot of circles. He's really focused on profits. The Kitaki's family been making a killing recently.
Again, not the way I would have put it. Phrasing. Making a lot of money. Don't say killing.
Wocky says it's not about the money. They have the gangster tradition to uphold. Ooh, a generation gap. They've even got the ever-classic what about the family business thing going.
Usually it's the father worried about tradition. Interesting. So the dad wants to get out of the illegal racket. Can I ask a question about Wocky? I understand he was operated on by the victim, Dr. Maractus.
Apparently, yes.
I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in, get another doctor, patch me up again.
Yes, it sounded horrible. Wocky has always been fond of fighting, I'm afraid.
I'm not sure it qualifies as fighting when pistols are involved. That's just shooting. It's not really, you just blap, blap, blap.
Mr. Gavin was saying his life might be in danger, wasn't he? No, that can't be right. I'm sure he was just trying to scare us. It's scary to think that a surgeon might make a mistake. But it's even scarier when he tries to hide it.
I'd like to know a little more about this operation. Maybe it's time to pay the Maractus Clinic a visit. Oh yes, please.
I should be getting home now. Wocky's in your hands, Mr. Justice.
Right. Leave it to me.
Apollo, I think you're only making her more nervous.
Sorry, I'm new at this, okay?
Teehee, it's all right. I believe in you.
All right. Well, let's get shaken. We're gonna go to Eldoon's house, I suppose. And then we want to go into the clinic. Can I? I can go in the garage. I'm doing something wrong. Let's scoot over. Can I just look at the door? Let me in! The front entrance of the Maractus Clinic. The walls and posts are so highly polished I can see my face in them. Wait, my hairdo's a little flat. Boing! There! Perfect! I was kind of wanting to go inside. Okay. So, we've done something wrong. They definitely just told us to go check out the clinic. And then they're not letting us check out the clinic. Let's go back here, I guess. Hakefield Clinic or Detention Center? Let's go there, I guess. Okay, something's happening. Let's just go to the detention center.
Looks like Wocky's out for questioning.
Again? I really need to talk to him. I guess we'll come back later. Excuse me. Yeah? The other suspect is all through with questioning, sir.
The other... Ah! You mean the panty snatcher?
Wesley Stickler. So they arrested him too? Alright, let's have a little chat with Mr. Stickler. Hope I don't regret this. I already do.
He is a valuable witness.
He's a bit precious, I'll give him that.
Please keep this brief, if you would. I'm quite busy. Ooh. I need to finish this paper. No, it's you!
Mr. Stickler, we'd like to have a few words with you.
Very well. As long as there's few. Nothing would make me happier, believe me.
Great. Alright, Mr. Stickler. The panty snatcher. Mr. Stickler, on the night of the murder, you stole...
Wait, I can't help but feel that I'm being misunderstood.
How exactly?
Yes, that night, I obtained a pair of panties, it's true. However, it was my burning curiosity that drove me to do it, nothing more. You wanted to know the trick to my panties, right? You're here too? Oh, great Trucy, teach me. Eh? I must know the secret of your panties. My very existence hangs in the balance. Please, make me your apprentice. Apollo, help!
I don't know, I think he'd make a great, lovely assistant.
Don't say that, Apollo. Please, don't make me get stuck with this guy.
Could you relate what you saw the night of the murder to us one more time?
Why not? Though it hardly differs from the testimony I gave in court. The defendant was there in the park that night, of this I'm quite certain. He was pointing a pistol or something like that at the victim. That's when I shouted, "Stop, you two! Let's resolve this like gentlemen!" And the next moment, a shot was fired. And this is all...
And this is all true? Really?
My panties are gone, my innermost heart revealed. What further reason could I possibly have to lie?
I can't think of anything you want to hide more than panty snatching, true. Ugh.
It sounds like Wocky was at the scene of the crime after all.
How I wish it weren't so. Okay. Well, I guess we could show him. Do we dare show him the panties? Just to see his reaction?
That's it! The mystery! The unanswerable riddle! Actually, they're just a normal pair of panties. What? How is that possible? It just takes practice, that's all. Then you must teach me, you must! To think, if I could produce a pencil, an eraser, a textbook, and a lunch, all from a pair of panties, my life would be complete.
He's serious, isn't he? Well, what about this other pair that you also stole? Fine, ignore my evidence, see if I care. I wonder what he's thinking. Oh, on second thought, let's not go there. You care about any of the other stuff? No, you don't care about anything. You don't have much to say about most things, do you? No. Oh, your phone. You don't care about your phone? Anyway, he doesn't really care about the sexual connotation of the panties. He just wants to understand the mystery of being able to produce things from something else. It's just very unfortunate that it happens to be a pair of panties that has it. So, he's very unaware of himself in that regard. Let's get out of here. This guy's awful. He's the worst. Oh, I can talk to Trucy now, thank goodness.
If everything that Panty Snatcher said was true, he doesn't put Wocky in a very good position.
He was at the scene of the crime, that's pretty clear. There's gotta be a different angle on this.
Well, let's get investigating. No time like the present.
So, any leads?
One moment. Shazam! Alakazam!
Whoa, evidence keeps flying out of nowhere.
Ta-da, that's all. Neat, huh?
That doesn't help at all. Yeah, real neat. Alright, let's go. Let's just wander around until something happens. Let's go to the clinic. Is Apollo here? No, or sorry, Phoenix? He's not. Did we just need to talk to him before we went to the clinic? Apparently, yeah. That's very confusing that they wanted us, they were like, let's go to the clinic. But then I had to go to the detention center first.
Hey, it's Mr. Eldoon. Oh, Mr. Eldoon. What's wrong?
So, you found my stand. That's why I'm here. To thank you.
Ah!
But now it's a crime scene and they won't let me have it back. That's also why I'm here. I've got no other place to go.
I see.
How can a noodle stand be a crime scene? That's what I don't get, Trucy doll. Even in death, he's after my neck, I tell you. Bah! Can't even cook an honest noodle.
He? You talking about Mr. Malpractice? Pal Maractus?
Even in death? You mean the victim? Dr. Maractus?
I tell you, it's enough to drive a man to make his soup even saltier. With his own tears.
Remind me to never eat his noodles when he's in a bad mood. Or ever. Jeez. And they keep referencing this guy in other cases, like, oh, let's go get his noodles. They're so good. They sound terrible. Alright, Eldoon. Let's talk about your Eldoon.
That stand, for generations, it served up the very best noodles us Eldoons could make. A tradition of noodles and salty broth. It's more than a stand, it's history, I tell you.
Watch what you say, or it might become true.
That's a great story, Mr. Eldoon. A single stand passed down from generation to generation.
Of course, to be honest, I didn't plan on doing it.
That's right, you said something about that. About you rebelling against your pops, was it?
Good memory, Trucy doll. I was a go-getter back in my day. Until my friend next door butted in. In the end, I was left with nothing but this dusty old stand to earn my fortune.
Mr. Eldoon, I don't mean to pry, But what exactly did you do before you became a chef?
Bah, let old Noodles lie, that's what I say.
I'm starting to get an idea of what he did.
He stole my dreams and left me with nothing but noodles. And now I don't even have that.
Huh. Did you used to do something else? Mr. Eldoon, if I might ask, what exactly happened between you and the Maractus Clinic?
Hey!
I couldn't help but sense enmity there.
Enmity! I hate him! He's my enemy! Hated. Him acting like he smells like roses when he's rolling in mud!
Excuse me?
He's the only doctor at that clinic, you know. Pretty impressive, eh? I'll tell you the secret to success. The mob. Yeah.
You mean the Kitaki family?
They're always having one of them turf wars or whatnot. Always an injury or two that needs fixing. Maractus saw a chance for some business. So he started giving the Kitaki family a good deal.
A deal?
Every 5th operation for free. He stole the idea from my pops. One free bowl of noodles a week, he used to say.
Can a doctor just decide to do that? What about the insurance companies?
Oh, no doubt it's illegal, but it's got him in good with the family. Pretty soon he was getting all the business in town, leaving me here in the dark, up to my neck in soupy noodles.
I think I figured out Mr. Eldoon's former occupation. So yeah, it's not about him being the only doctor, it's about him being the only doctor willing to work on criminals who very clearly been involved with something that a normal hospital would have called the police to deal with. So I'm guessing that Eldoon used to be Dr. Eldoon. That's interesting.
Can't hurt to ask, Apollo.
Mr. Eldoon, or should I say, at Dr. Eldoon.
Figured it out, did ya? That's right. I was a doctor, a surgeon, until the year before last.
So, Mr. Maractus was your rival?
You like those onions they put in the soup broth?
Yeah, kind of.
You take a spoon, you drink some broth. Those onions will find their way in there. For people who like them, why, that's just fine. For people who hate them, I hate onions. Hate them! Always sneaking in from the side, getting in the way of a good tasting spoonful. Well, that's what he was. An onion! Onion boy, that's what I called him.
So you weren't exactly friends?
Ha! Me and pal Maractus. Ever since preschool, we were getting in each other's face. No matter what I did, sure enough, he'd come following along. Then he'd do it better than me. Just blow right past without so much as a howdy.
I see.
That's right. I was a surgeon long before he was, you know. And that no-good onion boy comes along.
Well, Trucy, it looks like we find ourselves a new suspect.
Don't say that.
Thanks to him, I was forced to trade in my scalpel for a ladle. Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to weigh you down with an old man's ramblings.
No, it's fine. By the way of apology.
You ever get yourself in a spot of trouble, you drop by.
Huh?
You're investigating Maractus, aren't you?
Yes?
Well, you want to know about a doctor? You ask a doctor. That's all I'm saying. You just think of me if you need something, Trucy doll.
Right, thanks, Mr. Eldoon.
I guess the time spent listening to him complain wasn't entirely wasted. Alright, well. Can we head into the clinic? No.
Well, we've got to check out this clinic, that's for sure.
Aha! Yeah, but what about the guard?
No harm in asking. Excuse me?
Hey, it's you two from yesterday! That's the same officer that was standing out by the park yesterday. Our business is over in the park, isn't it? The clinic's off limits. It's not involved.
But...
What part of off limits do you not understand? Show me proof the clinic's connected to the incident in the park, or beat it. No harm in asking. No gain either. No point in sticking around here, I guess. So we need something. Do we have anything that shows it related? I mean, the mirror, but that's a little circumstantial. I mean, it's clearly involved. It's very clearly involved. But we need, they want us to go to the park and find something else. Uh-oh. Oh, it's our good friend. She's back!
Hey, you two, over here.
Us? You and me? Us? You sure?
Yo, little plum, what's up?
I think all this gangsterese is a negative influence on Trucy. I think she's become a bad person. I think she's a criminal now.
I heard you retrieved my bloomers.
Well, I was just...
Bah, man speaks clearly and takes credit where it's due. Or else. You caught the thief, didn't you?
Yes, sorry, I caught him. I did it. You're welcome.
You're cute when you're nervous, Polly.
I'll deal with you later. Quit trying to make me nervous because you think I'm cute.
But enough about the bloomers. What about my son, Wocky?
Wocky, well, he's clearly... yes, ma'am. This is why I was kind of hoping we could avoid coming back here. Let's talk to Plum. Yes, a criminal who commits crimes.
He's really everything you'd expect in a boss's son. I'm gonna be a gangster, dude.
The life does have an appeal for that age. Particularly for boys.
But don't look at me like that. I'm not a criminal.
He was shot in a turf war about half a year ago.
Yeah, we heard the story from Wocky.
But he didn't tell you the whole story. You know, even if he had a pistol then, he couldn't have shot anyone.
What?
He acts like he's hard, but he couldn't shoot someone to save his life. I should know. I'm his mom.
Her words do have a certain weight to them. Hey, don't make a fat joke about words, Apollo.
Hopefully, when this is all taken care of, he and the boss can sort out their differences.
The boss? You mean Wocky's father?
They didn't seem to be on the best terms, did they? Let's talk about the case.
It's true. One of our pistols is missing.
So the murder weapon was from this mansion?
We kind of figured, given the difficulty of obtaining a gun these days.
None of the rank and file have access. Only the boss, myself, and Wocky could have taken it.
I see.
I'm sure the cops all continue tromping all over the mansion because of this case. Maybe this is a sign that it's time for a change.
She doesn't seem too concerned, at least. Okay, let's talk about Wocky's fiancée.
Yeah, Wocky's fiancée at Tiala.
They're getting married next month, correct?
I suppose. She's been staying over lately.
You don't look too happy about that, little plum.
How'd you guess?
Even I can tell that. Could you tell us more about her?
Wocky brought her home one day. Says he wants to tie the knot.
I can see why. She's so pretty.
Having thoughts about this girl.
Oh, she's pretty enough, but you know... Nah, it's probably just me being suspicious. Stay in this business too long, and you start to only see darkness in people. You get a nose for it. A nose for people. A nose for trouble.
Huh. I wonder what the problem is.
It's like a gangster's only version of female intuition.
Interesting thoughts on Miss Alita.
The boss may act tough, but that boy means the world to him.
But Wocky seems, well... It seems like he's against his father's position.
It's to be expected. We're in a bit of a transition now. Trying to cut our ties to the shadier side of the street and do more on the up and up. Wocky isn't too enthusiastic about the change, it's true. But
Why the change? Is the gangster thing just not paying the bills? It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is.
I see. Huh. Something must be up.
He'll see things the way the boss sees them. Someday.
All right. Well, let's head into the park and see what all we can find. Thanks, Little Plum. Wait, is there not anything in here? Hello? Poor Mr. Eldoon. His stands have been standing here since the whole thing started.
It almost looks at home here in the park now. I think it should be made into a playhouse for children.
I think its owner would disagree. I want to look in this bucket. No, same dialogue. Alright. Maybe under the tarps? Blue plastic tarps cover the ground around the stand. They were apparently put here to preserve the crime scene. That's the shiv that we had. I like how there's just a huge box marked salt on the top. Yeah, I was trying to look in the bucket, and there's apparently just part of the, it just doesn't matter. A mannequin put in place of the body. I think I've seen him by the police station. The way he's forced to look at the ground now, day in and day out, it's kind of sad. We're not really getting any new info here. The trash can sits next to the path here.
And I guess now we know it was Mrs. Stickler who hid Little Plum's bloomers in here, huh?
That's right, Trucy. And what a web of lies grew from that one little act.
I can still remember that moment. You brandished those bloomers on high and shouted, "Objection!"
Here's what I want you to do, Trucy. Take that memory and gently lock it away deep in your heart and never speak of it. That's very funny. Okay. So all I can think of to do is the detention center and see if that's a new thing. Aha! Just gotta keep looking around for the right thing. I was hoping to meet with my client? Well, Kikitagi's just finished questioning. I'll bring him out. Yeah.
Great, finally.
Yo, sup, my little imposter?
What did you call me?
Damn, it's you? Sorry, G, I thought you were Alita.
My little imposter? She was a strange nickname.
Why would you call Alita an imposter?
What's the gimmick here, Wocky? It's a clink thing. You wouldn't understand. Gee. Did I say imposter? I meant poster, like poster girl,
If you're going to drop part of that, why not drop poster and just call her girl?
Cause she's so much more than that, G. She's like an angel, a fallen angel. So, what can I do you for, huh?
You don't look so chipper today, Wocky.
Worried about your, heart condition, maybe?
That was the wackiest thing of all. All us G's lining up to take eye exams. Better to die young than fade away, bizoy.
A relief to hear.
Eh? Well, what's a relief?
Oh, did your father not tell you?
That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you.
He's like the Iron Man.
Man, I ain't trying to hear that. Why you gotta remind a gangster about that? A man fights to protect what's valuable to him, you know what I'm saying? What's close to his heart. Other than the literal thing that's close to my heart. I miss my fallen angel. Hey, you go get Alita for me. You're my lawyer. Aren't you?
Just pull your pants down. Don't do that. Not while I'm here. Lawyer, not gopher. Let's have a chat, Mr. Wocky. Your fiancé. I now have more questions. So, I hear you're to be married next month.
Straight up, we pulled the nuptial 40 out on the stoop. Alita. Oh, Snapple Cake, she's so fine.
I think he's smitten with her in his own weird way.
I was wondering, how did you two meet? I asked Tiala, but she was very vague.
Huh? Well, man, if she wouldn't tell you, I best hold my tongue, you feel me?
What?
Man, what's past is past, she knows that. When I'm with Alita, I feel like there's things worth protecting out there, you feel me? And my Alita, she's down with that all the way.
So both of them are mum about their past.
I suspicious. J'accuse.
Do you think you could tell us what happened with you and Pal Maractus?
There's something you should know. We Kitakis are having what you might call a feud with the Rivales family, yeah? So about 6 months back, I go into Rivales' turf, packing a knife, right?
And? You were shot?
Coldest thing I ever seen. One shot to the heart, bam, but my homies weren't too late. It's a miracle that I lived. It's already considered one of the 7 wonders of the Kitaki family, you know that?
So you were taken to the Maractus clinic then?
You should have seen their faces when they wheeled me in. You can't just let the boss's son die, you know?
I'd hate to have been in that doctor's shoes. Mr. Kitaki's scary enough when he's not angry.
But the bullet that hit you, it was never removed?
And it's still threatening his life.
That doctor, he did it on purpose. The Rivales paid him off, I'm sure of it.
I need to hear more about the night of the murder. That much is clear. Let's talk about your future.
Life in the family's a G thing. It's about being a man. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I'm not up on my G things. I'm not even quite sure what a G thing is.
But my old man, he's gone soft. He says the old rival gang days are over. He just wants to make money.
Isn't that a good thing? Isn't that the whole reason to do criminal things in the first place? Because of the money?
Man, there ain't no soul in making money. Better live fast and die young. For shizzle. Wait till I run the yard. Then everyone will know what time it is. That's right. OG time, all the time. Represent.
Apollo, why does he keep talking about old guys?
I don't think that's what OG means, Trucy. No, Trucy. Let's show him some things, because I feel like some of these things are going to be important, and I want to show him the murder weapon. About these weapons, the pistol and the knife.
They belong to the family. I snuck them out that night.
So, the killer, Mr. Stickler, says he saw that night was,
I guess it was me. I was there after all.
I see a little sweat drop coming down here. I don't know.
We're finished. Oh, jeez.
Yo, Wocky. Do you think you could tell us exactly what happened that night?
You don't beat around the bush, do ya? I like your style, shorty.
So did that open up a new dialogue?
It did! Hooray!
Actually, there's a question I've been wanting to ask you for a while now. That is, did you do it? Did you shoot him?
I don't know.
What?
You don't know? The day of that checkup, when I found out about the bullet by my heart, I borrowed a gun from the family stash. Figured I'd give that doctor a taste of his own bad medicine.
Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going.
But you were carrying a knife, weren't you?
Oh, that? Yeah, well, I never can be too careful, I say. You know, might have a steak, gotta chop it up, have some tasty things. Yep. Maybe you see a nice tree, you want to carve your sweetie's niches in it. Never know, gotta have a knife. So I'm on my way to the clinic, right? When I run into him in the park and he's dragging this noodle stand behind him.
Wait, you didn't put him up to that? Like, you know, in the movies? If you value your life, you bring the stand. Ooh, drag this along. Ooh.
shorty, you're more whacked than I am, and that's saying something, because I'm whacked!
But I was serious.
The thing is, I don't remember what happened next all too well.
You don't remember?
But the way I see it, if there wasn't anybody else there that night,
Then I guess it probably was me who did it, know what I'm saying? Tell me about the noodle stand. You may not have anything to say about it, but yeah, whatever. He seems preoccupied. I'm not sure he even looked at my evidence.
Alita, man. Alita. I gotta talk to my girl.
Alright, we got the weapons. He's not gonna care about any of these things. Just look at your report. No, he doesn't care. Alright, well that's all we're gonna get out of him, I guess.